Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 29th March 2023. The news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will discuss the next shows and dates on this YouTube channel. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. Welcome to the show. To the fight, come
Why
into
am
the
I
ring.
so small today?
I don't know. In the German version, I was smaller. Now you are smaller. How are you?
I'm very
Except
well.
the size.
Thank you very much. I'm just a little midget here today compared to you. Yo, I'm good. I'm good. It's all fine. It's Wednesday. It's half week. Party here on DeFiChain. It's always nice to see you. You know what the most crazy thing is? We spoke about that before. We've done nearly 100 Wednesdays together news show, and we've
Yep.
never met in real life. It's
Right.
crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy.
It's crazy, and every opportunity there was in the past,
There was
something
no
happened,
chance.
and
It didn't work. Crazy.
and it didn't work. Right?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
sooner or later,
But
we're gonna make that happen, and then we're gonna.
I think in 2030 or roundabout,
Yeah,
we will get it.
exactly. For the
Okay.
DFI $50 show, we're gonna meet somewhere. Okay,
Sure.
let's
But
tell me
yeah,
what are the headlines today.
a short look back, 1 week of DeFiChain. What happened? We will start about our headline, DeFiChain NFC Partnership. So what happened there? We have some information regarding Quantum Bridge and their update. Notable mentions and the community project updates for sure are also part of the show. And at the end, we will talk about the future dates here on this YouTube channel. And with this, we start with our headline and this really great thumbnail where you are looking a little bit better than me. But
Yeah, Photoshop, huh? Photoshop. No, it's my real body on the picture. It's my real body on the picture.
so I think for the German ones, nearly everyone in the DeFiChain community heard about it. But in the international space, we have to explain a little bit what happened there and why is this thumbnail related to DeFiChain.
Absolutely, very happy to do so. So I think MMA is pretty well-known mixed martial arts, and I think there's the UFC in US, or where they come from, and the German counterpart is the NFC, the National Fighting Championship, what is an association who brings mixed martial arts cage fights to the masses out there. And yeah, Bene made a CFP. Bene is one of our community members. He had this idea to get connected with the guys from the NFC and said, yeah, we call our hardcore fans here the DeFighters, and this is a fight organization. Why do we not team up and do something together? So we became the main sponsor of these fight nights. And yeah, the CFP was granted by the masternodes, and Bene went to work and helped to organize these events, or helped to organize the sponsorship there. And there was a big event last weekend. About 120 DeFighters made their way to Dortmund to join the event. It was broadcasted on YouTube, and you said on Sport 1, what is a German sports channel. So the main
Correct.
events were broadcasted live, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 120 people were there, and I heard it on the YouTube clip that I was watching when DeFiChain was kind of when somebody said, yeah, and DeFiChain is the sponsor. There was from one corner you heard a lot of people yelling and screaming. So I think that was our little fan sector there. Supposed people said it was an amazing event. 14 fights all night from 6 to 1 o'clock in the morning. So it took some time. I don't know. Maybe they had to battle it out the hard way. But yeah, it was a great event. We were the sponsor. So there's a Fight of the Night award that was also announced in the podcast called Schlagwort later after the fight night. So where actually normally one fighter should receive a prize value 10,000 euros in DFI, but there were two really excellent fighters, so they decided to split it up and give each of them Their names are Max Holzer and Max Koga. Congratulations from our side here, from the showroom. Both got 5,000 euros in DFI and are now lucky DFI holders. And I would say, before I tell all the rest of the story here, we're gonna
give us some impressions. How does it look like?
Let's look at some impressions here. So what you can see here, that's the octagon or the ring, right in the middle, spot on. There's the DeFiChain, the jelly logo, and we were the ring sponsor. So of course we have to be on the ring floor. And then let me see, how can we switch here to the next slide? You can also see, when you look on the left-hand side, there's the DeFi, the DeFiChain name and our pink logo on one of these bars on the cage. It's not an octagon, it's actually a circle. See what I just see here? Then we've got, this was like kind of, I think, the award ceremony for one of the fights. Then we had Bene, the young gentleman on the right side in the black DeFiChain DeFighter shirt. He's the guy who put everything together, and he got interviewed here and explained a little bit what is DeFiChain doing. And there he is, little interview, did this very nicely, very well done. And then there was the Fan of the Night award as well, what I think is a really nice idea. So I think they randomly selected one of the seats in the stadium, and this young lady came down, she was selected, so her seat was selected, and she had to prove that she downloaded the DFX wallet, so one of the wallets for the mobile phone, and she had it installed, and she received 500 euros in DFI. And that was done very nicely. And there we have some community members, Igor from DeFiChain Income on Chevelis, and Sebastian from Team Chevelis. That's the only picture I had from the community. So, but there were...
Check out Twitter. There are a lot of pictures and short clips where the people participated on the event and made pictures. So they really spread it on the social media channels.
So those guys had a great time. I think everybody was really happy. And Bene, I had a chat with Bene. He said it was a big success. Of course, always smaller things to be improved. What sounds very positive, but it was a great thing, and it's big prize money in Germany for a mixed martial art fight, what I learned. Really cool. So congratulations again to Max Holz and Max Koga, and to the young lady who got $500, 500 euros even in DFI. And she said she wants to repair her broken car with the price. That was quite funny. And the guy said for 500 euro you can buy a new car actually, or your old car is worth about 500 euro. I found it quite funny. Next events. There are a couple of events. Let's quickly talk when the next events are. Dortmund, 25th of March. 27th of May. Oh, sorry, Dortmund was already. That was last week. 27th of May in Düsseldorf. This is event number 14. 16th of June in Bonn. 11th of November Munich, and 16th of December in Düsseldorf. Yeah, so reach out to Bene if you want to attend. I think there's some price. There's some discounted price available or something like that. So much about NFC. DC. Sounds good, huh? Was a good one.
Sounds good, and was totally different to what we saw before regarding promotion of DeFiChain or advertising. So this was great, Cool. This big DeFiChain logo on the floor, really great to see. Okay, then we come to a more technical topic, Quantum Bridge. The one or other recognized it was not working last week. Maybe you can summarize a little bit what happened.
Yeah, so the Quantum Bridge was a bit offline. I don't know, a couple of hours. So there was a note on Twitter, but it was kind of came a little bit. A couple of people got caught by surprise. So the thing was there was a maintenance ongoing. So there was a back-end update last week, and they took it offline to make sure that everything works properly. And the bridge code is now fully open sourced, was also audited, and is available if you want to check it. Have fun doing so. The code was reorganized, what the devs said, and with only the smart contracts, and it's now the audited code is now open sourced. Yeah. So the bridge is back online, all good. very important reminder from the developers as well, because Bursty Research is running the bridge. They want to mention, because in the past we had this atomic swap story that is still ongoing, even moving forward, but still ongoing, that the bridge itself has no minting rights. So there's a collateral put on the bridge, and this is brought in by Cake DeFi, and then you come in with your asset that you want to swap. So there's no minting. So even if something would go wrong, yeah, there cannot be a multiplication of assets. So the assets are there. The worst thing could be something could get stolen. But that's a very big thing that has to be mentioned. So there's actually no risk. The bridge is not a risky part for the network, right? So this is very important. And then we nearly missed it, that the ERC20 DFI token was listed on the bridge. I didn't even see that. Now you can swap DFI in and out as a ERC20 token. That's also cool, because our native token should also be swappable. And that's it, more or less, for the Quantum Bridge.
Okay, thanks for the update. Then a regular point here in the news show is notable mentions.
Yeah.
What we have to tell.
What do we want to mention today? So Locke made a rebuild show with you last week. I think that was like an hour after the news show, of what I remember. Jonas was there, and he kind of told you a little bit about Q1 result update was the one, right? And also
and especially the security topics of their service.
Okay, cool. And then, so there was Locke. Another thing that is also pretty cool, the Eurozc that we listed, that was listed on Cake and also now on DeFiChain, is a big success, because when you go after trading volume of all the markets out there, all exchanges that listed Eurozc, then today we had the number one spot ranking by volume, and that's pretty impressive, because we fight against Bitstamp, or we compete with Bitstamp, Uniswap, Coinbase, and these are heavyweights, to use the MMA wording here, when it comes to trading volume. So DeFiChain DFI pair has the highest trading volume today. Let's see how it is tomorrow, but that seems, interesting.
Still heavily used, this new pool on the DeFiChain X, and a great success here for the listing. We are one of the early birds regarding Eurozc on other blockchain.
I'm really surprised that not many other exchanges listed it yet, because I think you mentioned it in one of the previous news shows, that the backing is completely different of the Eurozc, and it's even a better backing than the USDC that had a couple of problems over the last couple of weeks.
Better, I would not say it's different. It's really cash and not some other treasury bonds. And for sure, they are using different banks. So the idea here is to diversify your stablecoin portfolio if you have one, so that you are not relying on one and then with this one on the banks in the background, so that we can also have a diversified stablecoin portfolio.
Exactly.
If you need it.
Yeah, and the Light Wallet also shows your values in euros, in Eurozc. So if you love the euro more than the dollar, then you're perfectly sorted at the moment. Cool. Yeah, so much about the notable mentions this year.
Great. Then next point on our show, regular one, community project and their updates.
Community project and updates. So what happened? So Locke, again, they have an in-app transaction history for all transaction and rewards now on their application. Check that out. And then there's a long and detailed list about the benefits of using Locke. So it's a centralized service. There's a Twitter post of the team. We're going to link it in the show notes. Check that out. Then Paddy, InTheMarket podcast, is at the moment in Singapore, but I think this was a pre-recorded podcast. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Because he mentioned that he met Ian, of course, in the Singapore office, I think today. So, okay, that's a pre-recorded one. I haven't seen it yet. It's live. Check that out. Apple and Spotify available. And then Team Chavlis reported in. They launched the English TikTok channel, and within a week they gained 1,100 followers and had 1.1 million views. So either every follower was watching the video 1,000 times, or these were really generated views. Congratulations, big success. Yeah, it looks like that the social media concept is working. Well done. And they have, like they said, they've proven, I think that's better English, that the concept can be replicated between different channels. Yeah, well done. So much about the community project updates. There's not so much this week. It was a bit quiet.
No. It looks like everyone is in Easter holiday, maybe.
Yeah, Easter's coming, right? When is Easter?
Yeah.
This weekend or next weekend?
No, next weekend. So with this question, future dates, are we on holiday next week, or what is happening here?
No, next week we are here. Next week we are absolutely here, rocking the news show together. Actually, on the what date is next week? Actually, on the 5th. On the 5th. And then there's also going to be the Tech Talk on the same day.
Yep. We have to reschedule it. It was originally planned at the end of this week, but Prasanna will join the show and want to show something on the developer network.
That's your lunch break then. Your lunch
yes.
break is spent with the Tech Talk. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, exactly. So 5th of April, you have the chance to see DC twice. News show evening and lunch break, 12 o'clock German time or Central European time. Him and Prasanna, after heavy negotiations, everything sorted. Yeah, sounds good. That's going to be interesting.
Lots of information regarding DeFi MetaChain. I think that's one of the most common questions in the community. When is DeFi MetaChain launching and how does it look like? I would say join the Tech Talk and you will see how it would look like. And I'm pretty sure Prasanna has also a kind of timeline and can give us some information when is testnet live and the mainnet scheduled.
That sounds good.
Okay. With this, we are at the end, a shorter news show today, but that's also fine. It must not be a hurry every week. So we have some time left for the one or other questions here in the chat. Everyone watching it live, please put it there. Everyone not watching live, please give us a like. And then we see you next week here in the news show. Have a great time and see you soon.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Wrong
button. So, there we are. So many buttons here. Unbelievable. Good. Let's see what we have here.
Christian Patterson.
Yeah, hey guys. And the DeFighters are also here. And then Christian again. And then, Christian again.
More or less.
Yeah, it's not really busy today, what it seems. So, somebody was just kicked from the channel. Fantastic. So, my friends, that's it. No more questions. Then
maybe there was one question.
Hey, hello. The progress is slow for the USD. Okay, is the explanation? Good question.
So if you just watch on the price side, the USD burn bot tries to push the price down of DFI measured in USD so that we reach a peg. So we have to decrease buy USD and burn it. What happened the past week was a heavily selling of USD. And so the price doesn't move or have not moved a couple of days. What I recognize now in the last 2 days, there is a slight decrease, but the one or other is leaving the system, selling the USD, and this works against the USD burn bot. This does not mean it's not working. It's working like intended because we are expecting some DUSD sellings, and I'm personally expecting more in the future, and the DUSD burn bot will work against it. So we need more time. That was my personal expectation, but we are in a good way. A lot of DUSD were burned so far, and there will be the point where we have not this too much DUSD left, and then the price will follow.
Yeah, it's of course possible that people want to sell, right? Especially when the market is going up, people want back in DFI. They have the USD, they sell it with a discount, and that works, of course, against the plan. But yeah, this was kind of, like I said, kind of part of the
Expected.
plan. Expected. That's the English word for it. Cool, but good question. Yeah, so things are working. And we burned a ton of DUSD over the last couple of days. Good, DC. No more questions.
That was it. No.
Yeah,
then
it's a quiet. It's like Christmas. Hey, it's a quiet time of the year here in DeFiChain. I've got the feeling. Let's see. Next week it's gonna be more, I think.
Pretty sure.
Have a great evening.
You too. You can go to bed now.
I can go to bed finally. Exactly. See you next week.
See you next week. Right. Have a great time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.